Good day is another day and another scholarship. Without further ado, let's get started today as we go to the European Commission for Scholarship. So we are here at the European Education and Culture Executive Agency, and you can see Erasmus Mundus catalog. So there are quite a lot of scholarships here. I want to consider the scholarship. We'll look through available courses, and then we look at the deadline. And these are the list of courses. Without the filter, we have a total of, let me remove the filter so we can have an uninterrupted clear all filter. There are a total of over 196 courses. Here's the general overview. When you apply for it, it is available to students from all over the world, and you will study in several universities in Europe and beyond, and full scholarships are available for the best student. Now, why should you apply? You can read it up. Usually is a jointly designed scholarship in higher education, higher institute of education, and it involves at least 3 institutions from at least 3 different countries and multiple associated partners. They include period of study, research, traineeship, thesis preparation, and defense. Now, what is the scholarship coverage? You have travel, you have visa, you have a living allowance. You also have your master's duration. It can be 1 year or 2 years academic degree, depending on. And what kind of degree do you earn here? Is a joint degree. One single degree certificate is issued on behalf of at least 2 higher education, or multiple degree, at least 2 degree certificates issued by 2 higher education institutions of the consortium. Now, what will you be able to define? You'll be able to define these in detail when you sign a study agreement with the relevant Erasmus Mundus joint master at the beginning of your studies. I have quite a few friends who've gotten these. I applied last year, but I didn't get this one. I got other scholarships instead. And so a friend of mine got that of climate action, and he's been studying there. He's gone to Poland, he's gone to Denmark. He's currently in Paris, and so it's a feasible thing. It's not an impossible route to take. Now, a new batch is open already, and you should submit your application between October and January. So their deadlines vary with courses, but it lies here. I will go ahead to check it. Now, what you need, you must have a bachelor's degree or be in your last year of bachelor studies, and you must graduate before the master's program starts. So if you're wondering whether, okay, you're in your final semester and you're not yet done, can you apply? Well, you can see it clearly stated here. All you need to do is must ensure that you are done with your bachelor's degree before your master's program starts. So if you'll be rounding up, say May next year, June next year, July next year, you can go ahead, because most programs are going to be resuming September, October, while some will be resuming in November or January. Just check out your program specific. Now, you may also apply if you demonstrate a bachelor's equivalent level of learning. This must be officially recognized according to national legislation and practices in the degree awarding country. So even if you don't have a bachelor's, you can also apply, as long as you can demonstrate that you are qualified like a bachelor's degree graduate. This is where HND students fall. HND students can apply. HND can apply. HND can apply. Yeah, I emphasize HND can apply. Now you have grants for institution. You can see there are so many grants, other sources of funding, and all of that. Without further ado, let's dive into the core courses. Here we are at the courses page. You just go to the Erasmus Mundus catalogs. You could check it by Google searching this, and you just go here. Although I'll leave the link in the description box below, and a link to the portal here, so you can come over. When you check through, you can see most consortia require applications to be submitted between October and January for courses starting the following academic year. This is where you fall in. Just make sure you submit your application between this month and January next year, and you're good to go. Now, you come over here and you can see a total of 193 courses in the catalog. So let's start by taking 2 or 3 courses. So this is European Master in Tourism Management. But look at the project location, just 3 places: Spain, Denmark, and Slovenia. Now you can see manufacturing 4.0 by intelligent and sustainable technologies. You see France, Slovenia, Norway, and Italy. Now look at human diseases modeling, morphological phenotyping. You can see Spain, Italy, Portugal, and Greece. I want to go down to International Master of Advanced Methods in Particle Physics. You see Germany, Italy, and France. And if you go, there are some courses that are for 4 countries. Look at Australia, Sweden, Greece, United Kingdom. And as you can see, Italy, Ecuador, Portugal. Now look at this course have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries that it is spreading across. It might be any 3 of it, or any 4 of it, or as the case may be. That being said, let's look at the Joint Masters in Climate Change Diversity program. Okay, so we are here at the website, and prepare your application in advance. Let's see what they have to do. Now we are here. Look at it. It is clear in the red. To be eligible for this one, it is mandatory to have proficiency at B2 level in 2 of the languages of the program. One is English for all, and the other is Spanish, French, or Portuguese, depending on the chosen academic path. Every of the requirement is program specific. So if you're good with English, you just need to learn Spanish, French, or Portuguese at least. And you can click on the link to see the academic paths that are available here. Now let's go ahead and see what is required of us. It's organized in 4 academic parts. What are they? One is climate change sustainability development. We have Cambio, that is one of the countries, include a Spanish speaking country. And so the 2 languages required of you here is English and Spanish, as you can see. We have regional and local studies. Here too is English and Portuguese. So you need to learn Portuguese. You have territorial management, which is English and French. Then you have environmental management, which is also English and French. So pay attention to this before you choose a pathway. Now, from the academic year 2023-2024 until the academic year 2026-2027, this program will be running and will support 80 talented students from all over the world with study scholarship. Now, this is all. And once you see this, you click on the apply. Let's see what they have. You can see that the application is closed for this year. It opened from the 2nd of May 2023 to 7th of June 2023. So we can't go ahead with this. However, there are other applications that are open, so let's check them out. Okay, so we are in a master's in global environment and development, and you can see this joint master's degree is offered in Denmark, Italy, and Poland. That being said, let's look at what are their core requirements. We'll click on the apply button to see these procedures. So you have the following information. You can apply for admission if you hold a qualifying bachelor's degree or another relevant degree at the same educational level. Let's check out what is the admission and language requirement. But before then, you see when to apply. The application portal opens for citizens outside of European Union, Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein, or Switzerland. Portal opens November 15. Why it here is January 16. Why application deadline for citizens outside of European Union is 15th January. So you have ample time from November 15 to 15 January. You can put in your application. Now, what is the advantage of having this video now? Is that you can start putting in your documents one after the other ahead of time. And for citizens within the European Union, their deadline is 1st of March. They do not accept application after the application deadline. How do you apply? You just go ahead, you create an application in the application portal, upload the required documentation, and that is the only way to apply. No application fees. There is no tuition fee for citizens, and citizens from outside this must pay tuition fees. You can apply for scholarship including tuition waiver if you belong to the category. You can read about the scholarship. Of course, there's a scholarship for it. Now, let's go ahead and check what is the language requirement and admission requirement. Now, look at it first. We have admission requirement. For you to apply for this program, applicants with bachelor's degree in the following are directly academically qualified: agricultural economics, animal science, anthropology, biochemistry, biology, biotechnology, economics, food and nutrition, geography and geoinformatics, natural resources. You can go on sociology or within the fields of natural or social science from the University of Copenhagen. If you have any of these, you can apply. If you have a professional bachelor's degree in forestry and landscape engineering from this university, if you have the following courses from the University of Milan, you can apply. If you have the following courses from University of Warsaw, you can apply. And if you have the following courses from any of the following university or an international university, I need to highlight this for you to see. An international university, you can also apply. So what are you waiting for? Other bachelor's degree from international universities comprising at least in one of the following areas can also apply. Now, admission committee assesses all applications individually based on its academic content, and you can only get an answer to whether or not your degree meets the admission requirement by. So you read that up. Now, language requirement: all applicants must document English proficiency. Good. We accept the following two ways. Now, let's look at the following two ways. Now, if you have studied a full degree in English, upper secondary diploma and all of that from any of these countries, you're automatically exempted. But you must upload a copy of a scan of your official school diploma or degree as documentation. Now, be aware that if your bachelor's degree is from a country different from these countries or Ireland, a document confirming English as medium of instruction in your bachelor's degree will not be accepted as documentation for a student exchange semester or year will also not exempt you from the language. Now, if you have taken English test, you are exempted from the following. Let's see. If you fail to prove your language proficiency before the deadline, your application will be cancelled. Now, student participation cost. You can see the price setting of all of that. You can read that on your own and keep going. Are distributed to students accepted for offer for admission and are selected for a merged Erasmus Mundus Student Scholarship. Now, what does this scholarship cover? I love to do this very keenly. One is full coverage of participation costs, constituting of tuition fee, tutoring fee, and insurance. These include the following: enrollment, registration, access to mandatory elective course modules, the optional language courses to be taken locally, and all other participation costs for curriculum activities, excursion or fieldwork. Now, student subsistence costs €1,400. That is monthly allowance for 24 months of your study. Then you have monthly allowance will be transferred to your student account monthly by this body upon your arrival. And this will have to fill in the financial and all of that. So you have the following to read up from, and appeals and complaints are taken into consideration at some instances. Without further ado, let's quickly check what and what do you need to take note of. You will need the following. One is to collect transcript of grades from your university, of course, your bachelor's. You need your CV, maximum of 3 pages. A photo is not necessary, but deadline to upload your CV is also this. You need proof of English proficiency, and you can check more about that. You need a copy of your international passport. I advise that when you are seeing national ID, don't upload Nigeria or Ghanaian IDs on international scholarship portals like this. Always ensure you upload your international passport, because that's what shows that you are readily available for a scholarship once you're shortlisted. Now, if you're applying for a self-funded student position, deadline for uploading your passport is 1st September. But if you're applying for scholarship, you should submit before 1st of March. Now, motivational letter, maximum of 500 words. You should submit that too. The letters of recommendation. This one is really if you are also applying for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. And please be sure to tick the column that you're applying for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. If you are applying for the scholarship, then you have your official diploma, which is your official degree. And then, with that being said, you're good to go, and you hope to check your email regularly to see the outcome. Okay, so let's check one course in biomass. This course is in Poland, Spain, and Finland. And let's see what do they have to offer and how do they run their program. Okay, so the course program is by Wrocław University of Science and Technology as the first university in Poland ever. I coordinate this particular program. Okay, so it's a 2-year program, and each recruited student, they recruit 18 to 22 persons per year. Will be getting a scholarship of about this for the whole period of their study. The program is realized at 3 full. You can see European University, we have the Wrocław University, you have Poland University of Katsila, and then in Spain, and then you have La Peranta Lahti University of Technology in Finland. So these are the 3 countries that partner for this course. Okay, so let's see what are the requirements for this course. Okay, so we come over to the how to apply, and then we check the admission process. Now, when you check that, all eligible candidates are evaluated and ranked with maximum score of 50 points according to the following criteria. Because 1, their GPA. So if you have a good GPA, you'll be at an advantage. I don't know how they allocate it, but the total mark is 50 marks, and there are 4 major points here. So if it's 50 marks, maybe the GPA carries 15. Your adequacy of students' background, academic coursework for master's course carries maybe 15. That would be 30. Then maybe this one is 10, 10. It depends, I don't know, but if you have a good grade, you are most likely going to be qualified for this. And then you need to relevant merits associated to your CV. Then the letter preferable from BSc supervisor. This is recommendation letter of faculty, dean, or other authorities. It is valued in this place. And then you go ahead and check through what other thing is available. The call for the academic year will be open 15 December 2023. Ample time for you to start the application, and deadline is 15th February 2024. So you have ample time to check for what do you need, and then to make sure that you get all your documents sorted, passport, your essays, reach out to your supervisors, your recommenders, craft your CV in a winning way, and then get every other thing ready, and you're good to go. Check the selection criteria for this particular course. Look at the minimum, a strong academic background, usually a 2-1. It can be equivalent diploma in chemical, environmental, or mechanical engineering. You must have obtained this bachelor's degree, of course. If you're still in the process of obtaining a bachelor's degree, you can't apply. You can apply rather, but you must provide a letter signed. Demonstrate English language proficiency. Examples are as follows. Now, not mandatory for students from UK, Ireland, and the likes. You can apply to check the coursework and see if there is a waiver for you, or you can apply for a waiver. Then 3, a residence certificate issued in accordance. This one, you just need to go to a court of law and tell them to give you, you need a letter of residency that you are residing at the address of your house and all of that. A certificate for candidate's place of work. Whichever organization you are working with, you need to get a letter from them that you've worked with them. Reasons being that Erasmus Mundus is interested in hard work, and also to confirm that upon the conclusion of your studies, you will return back to your home country and make relevant contribution. Must be issued within 12 months before the student scholarship deadline, submission deadline. And you must tender all of this. I haven't tendered all of that. Go to the how to apply and click on the apply now. And I bet you're good to go with your application. You go ahead, register, and put in for your application, and I hope to hear your testimony soonest. Now, with that said, if you do have any challenge, you have something you would love to ask me about, please kindly leave a comment in the comment section, and I will make sure to attend to them. If you have challenges with any of them, just go through the consortium, look through the catalog, and you see courses that relate with what you do. Just ensure you check the language requirement also. I showed you how to check language requirement, admission requirement, ensure you meet them, and get all your documents ready and start preparing for that. I tell you, Erasmus Mundus is one of the most generous scholarships that doesn't allow you to move even a muscle, and you'll be good to go. Thank you once again for watching. Ensure to like, share, and leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from so that I could also help out with shooting videos as touching scholarships that has to do with you. See you in my next video. Ta-da!